Here you can see Bork Side of the Moon banned Garden of Terror and Baraxis Holdout. The 9 Avatarra banned Tomb of the Spider Queen and Volskaya Foundry. Now I have not yet learned how to get to where it will let me see who picked this map, and I don't know how to get to the draft yet without having spoilers. So we have avoided that, but here we are. We're about to get into the game. And I know that for my part, I am quite excited to get casting rolling this season. So here we are. We're going to transition into the game and get started here. And looking forward to this match. All right. We are off and to the races, my friend. So for the side of Bork Side of the Moon, I have jokingly called them Corgis of the Moon, or Corgi Side of the Moon, this season for their Division C connection. But we have Smoke on the Jaina, we have Matlock on the Muradin, Yatre on the Blaze, Silver Spy on the Tyrande, and here dancing around a little bit, Bacon on the Falstad. For the side of the 9 Avatarra, we have Maharba on the Rexar, Shebar on the Hogger, Fat Andy on the Vala, Genghis Khan on the Sonya, and Ska on the Stukov. Oh, the first Sentinel comes out from Silver Spy, connects with Ska on that, so that the omen is saying that Bork Side of the Moon might win this match. So the 9 Avatarra, this is the second time I've seen this season that they've run a triple frontline setup that does not include a traditional tank character. So is the hyper carry Vala, is Misha the tank, and Rexar's the hyper carry? We're going to find out here, but I know it worked out well for them before, so let's see how it goes. Yatre up here, starting the offlane experience a little early, trying to get that experience lead over the 9 Avatarra. Bacon's got to be careful, but I do know that it can feel bad as a melee offlaner for Genghis Khan to go up against a ranged potential offlaner like Bacon. So you can see talents down at the bottom. I am going to rotate through some of those screens. Today we're using the Ali OBS 7.5 Storm interface because it lines up more. Oh, I'm muted. Dang it. All right. Let's figure out what I've got wrong here. Noticed. Thank you. All right. Let's fix my in-game audio sources here. Oh, Bacon can hear me, but Yatre couldn't. All right. I'm paused. Yatre, can you hear me? Because I'm showing that my audio input is going. Bacon says they can hear me, and I've paused. Oh, I'm on an ad break in 2 minutes too. All right. Negloid, hopefully I said that right. I apologize. If I didn't, says they can hear me. Yatre, you might have my stream muted, but we're going to go ahead and dive back in. Sorry for the ad breaks. I don't unfortunately have control over that. I should have run ads before the game started. All right, Matlock here patrolling the mid. We do have a potential gank. Fat Andy taking a tower shot. Maybe they could have held on a little bit longer. Sonya on the bottom camp, Jaina and Tyrande on the top camp, Hogger in the top lane with the Blaze. In the bottom lane, we still see that hit squad of Rexar, Stukov, and Vala, and Misha. Let's be fair. So experience relatively even. There is a slight experience lead for, experience is on a different button for Ali OBS versus Spazzo's OBS. So very narrow on the experience, but slight lead for our red team of the 9 Avatarra here. But we see a lot of movement out of the 9 Avatarra with this extra front line idea that they've got going. I mean, and really they're 4 frontline. No spoilers for me, Yatre. I don't know the results of this, so just be excited, but let me experience it in real time. So right now, experience super even. We do see the camps from both sides. I actually like the camp positioning for the 9 Avatarra a little bit more, because if you can get that center camp, oh, well, Maharba and Shebar are ruining what I was about to say. If you can get the enemy camp under your towers to where they're taking shots, your towers can help clear it, and then your camp gets to march forward. A lot of fighting here in the mid. We're going to minimize this for a moment so we can see a little bit more. Oh, Silver Spy with the Sentinel Denial, and Yatre getting low. Slam from Genghis Khan finishes Yatre. The red camp is still going. Shebar is creating all sorts of nuisance for our blue team of Bork Side of the Moon. And we see a little bit of fire going for the red side here on our overlay with that. That was first blood of the game. It's been a relatively disciplined scenario here for both teams. Yatre saying that their play looked a little bad. Sometimes you get caught, it happens. But bottom lane able to take the full wall here for 9 Avatarra, which early in the game it doesn't seem like much, but to go back to our experience, you can see that 250 experiences from these 2 towers. And when you're this close, every little bit adds up. So 9 Avatarra is ahead on every experience category possible so far. And they, on this one, oh man, the positioning is certainly in their favor. Genghis Khan being careful, maybe sniffing out the gank, maybe being told by his friendly allies. We don't know. Talent-wise, so far I would say that what's probably the most surprising talent is actually Stukov going into Fetid Touch and the long pitch. Certainly not a bad talent, I'm not trying to knock that, but the combo of Lurking Arm talents on 1 and 7 has been so popular in Nexus Gaming Series the past few seasons. Oh, Jaina's in trouble. Silver Spy plunking away, getting those heals. Big stun on the Matlock. Matlock's got the health bar to survive. Smoke comes back in. Ooh. Oh, Smoke, I was worried for you. I'm glad you made it out there, but it was a little scary looking. Matlock posturing for a rather defensive build for Verdin. Dwarf block, reverberation. Ooh, Matlock. I think he gets out again without the low blow level 1. There's not that additional oomph on the Lurking Arm damage. Hungering Arrow build coming out of Vala. We see Rexar taking the most popular talent at level 4 with the Grizzled Fortitude, or excuse me, Hunter Gatherer. Sorry. There's always that great temptation to take the one where your health infinitely scales as long as Rexar doesn't die, but it's like the original Gambit talent. I realize people like to say that it's convection, but man, that one's scarier. Ooh, big fight. We've got both teams. Everybody's here. Silver Spy goes down. 10s have been taken. We heard the from Sonya there, getting an elite that killed the Jaina. We see the bunker come out now. We do have a retreat from Matlock on the Murden and Bacon on the Falstad. Yatre trying to get out. Ooh, that was a good gust to help Yatre get out. This is going to be curse for the side of the 9 Avatarra. Oh, is the Sentinel gonna hit? Just a hair behind there. Good news for Bork, they did have the camp pushing here. They picked up a cannon tower and the gate. Fat Andy is removing that said camp now. And the side of the 9 Avatarra showing the most push here in mid. Answered by the side of Bork Side of the Moon. But with your cannon towers not firing, your fort not firing, and your minions only having 1 health, defense gets a little more tricky. Top lane, they are chasing down Bacon. I worry about that the boars are going to come out for you, Bacon. There was the Misha charge. And Bacon stuck around just a touch too long. Couldn't get out of dodge at that point and paid the ultimate price. Oh, Matlock and Silver Spy having to back out. So a lot of value out of this original tribute curse from the 9 Avatarra. We can see with our cheater vision as the broadcaster, there's now the ping for the top boss. They get right on it at the end of that curse. Bork does see it with the Sentinel. They're not in a position to threaten this boss and invade, but it does give them the insight. They are now zooming down towards bottom boss as 5, but Hogger's lurking close. You can see Shebar here in the bushes coming around. The top boss is secured and it's marching towards keep wall. The side of Bork does have the boss control with Gust. Ooh, the root goes out. Can Falstad get in there? Oh, the leap. That leap catches the Falstad, so now the side of the 9 Avatarra is able to capitalize. They've got 3 kills. They're going for 4. I don't know that they get 5. I do think that Silver Spy gets out there. Get this out of the way. So now the side of 9 Avatarra have this boss pushing unhelped here in the top lane, but they are here already starting on this bottom keep wall as the next boss comes in. This is a lot of pressure, a big momentum swing. You can see that the kill count is 0 on the side of Bork Side of the Moon and 8 on the side of the 9 Avatarra. 9 Avatarra backing up a little bit. I think I would have liked to have seen them push a little bit more here with this, just to threaten. They did catch that mid camp, which is going directly onto the keep wall, but unassisted because the fort is still up. About halfway on this bottom keep, big Blaze jet propulsion there, but Blaze has got to be careful. Falstad is in the top lane trying to use that global ability to clear and be able to return. Down to about 20%, maybe even 15% on this bottom keep. Oh, Misha is not long for this world. Rexar is in a little bit of trouble as well. We saw the Lunar Flare land, but he is able to come out. Oh, Genghis Khan going right in, getting a stun and finishing off the Janers. We do see the boars come out from the Rexar. Misha will be back up in just 8 seconds. Vala goes down. Again, she's not Gambit. She is Hungering Arrow, but without having now 2 members of their team, the side of 9 Avatarra is in full retreat. I do believe this curse, or excuse me, this tribute is going over to the side of Bork Side of the Moon. 9 Avatarra seems fine to back up and try to take camps. I would like to see a little bit more aggression out of Bork Side of the Moon here, but it's tricky. You're down talent tiers. The res timers aren't that long at this point, so taking the safe bet isn't a bad thing. Trying to catch up on experience. There's an opportunity to clean up this mid lane and protect your last fort, but they did get their first 2 kills. That's great for Bork. That keeps them in this game, and slows down some of the momentum that was building there and barreling down on them from the 9 Avatarra. 9 Avatarra are moving in. The tribute does give vision, folks. They know you're coming, and of course taking the vision camp also means they know you're coming. But 9 Avatarra seems content right now to simply set up for this curse, or tribute. I gotta be a bit more careful there. And lots of pressure across the map. We see the siege camp bottom, we see the bruiser camp mid, we see them setting up for this tribute, having no fear, just showing, hey, we're here, we're ready to channel. And still being down talent tiers, Bork Side of the Moon deciding to back up and be a little careful. Quick cap for the side of 9 Avatarra. They are able to clear this top lane, no problem. Yatre down in the bottom lane, cleaning up that siege camp. And between maps here, folks, I'm definitely going to have to refill my water cup. Oh, Bork Side of the Moon pinging for that top keep. It's about 50% health. This is a time where it's actually a risky attempt on this. Not so much that you won't get it, but if the side of Bork Side of the Moon had come in force, they really could have caused a lot of pain here. Jaina's trying to get out. Rexar does fall. Hogger's in trouble. He is now taking fort shots as well. So Rexar's down. Jaina goes down. Vala goes down. So a 3-for-1 trade, but the keep is secured for the side of the 9 Avatarra. Bork is now mounting up and running towards this tribute, which has not yet spawned. The side of the 9 Avatar is not going to be able to contest this with just 2 members, Sonya and Stukov, and so they are looking for other things to do on the map. Yatre sniffs them out in the mid lane, but this is a great tribute spot for Bork. We know by this one being top center that the next one is going to be either bottom left or bottom right, but where Bork is now ahead 2 tributes to 1, if it's a bad position for them being bottom right, they could potentially give that. Bork is trying to get some pressure here in this more mid fort. They do have a decent siege team, but not a great siege team with this trio. Muradin getting stunned really isn't that scary until he pisses off the fort, but now he's able to jump away. Sonya looks dead set on that fort. Smoke is here to help defend. Quick wave clear is fantastic. Jaina has not yet finished that baseline quest, and our tribute is spawning in just 10 seconds in a relatively good position for Bork. Now we do have the bunker drop used before the fight. I don't know what that might give us for this fight. We do still have the Boars is currently on cooldown for Rexar, and Vala is out of charges but about to get one for Rain of Vengeance. We're going to drop this down. Ooh, Hogger hortipults in, but it's a bit too late. He is able to spin out. Hogger having that one of the lowest self cleanses in the game on his spin. Oh, big jump. That was dwarf launch talents. And Rexar goes down. Matlock just diving in. Nobody lives forever. Let's get in there, and he is able to take down that Rexar with his team. We see the Avatar committed. We see the flailing swipe for the disengage. The stun. Oh, the stun from Lunar Flare there from Silver Spy, just creating an opportunity that Bork Side of the Moon takes. They now still have 25 seconds on this curse, and they are able to jump in here. I like the call to just break open the sidewall and get in on this keep. I don't know if they can end here, possibly. They definitely want to clear these minion waves so that their minions are faster coming up. Oh, another big jump from the dwarf. The Sonya is now stunned twice, almost 3 times. She does go for the leap. Silver Spy gets away. Genghis Khan spinning to win. And this core is starting to fall. And I don't know that the 9 Avatarra can stop it. 50%, 40%, 30%. This is game. Bork Side of the Moon with the big engage from the Muradin in that mid lane, setting up this death wobble for 9 Avatarra. And Bork Side of the Moon claims game 1. All right, we are going to come back over here to our map view. Oh, actually, we're going to do game summary. I forgot about this. Boom. Yeah, that's not perfect. I need to adjust that. Oh, but I can't go to a proper game summary because I'm in replay mode. So here's a snapshot of your talents, folks. We did see some great work with the additional range coming out of Lunar Flare helping there. The dwarf launch range definitely came into play on that last fight. Jet propulsion, collision course, always a big talent. We didn't see Gust necessarily in that final fight, but in the last few seconds certainly. And the water elemental, I call him Walter, always helpful, of course. And the flailing swipe from the Stukov did come out to try to save, but that also rooted Stukov in place for the setup for Tyranda's Lunar Flare. So great match. It really looked like 9 Avatarra had the lead, and they came back with quite the surprise ending from Bork Side of the Moon to seal that one together. Here's your stats. Top damage for Bork Side of the Moon. Tyranda, always a surprise, but always a great option for additional damage coming from your healer spot. And for the side of the 9 Avatarra, Vala taking a big lead on the overall hero damage. Siege damage goes to our offlaners, in this case Blaze and Sonya, and great play by both teams. We're going to come back here to the map view for a moment. I'm going to come into my controller and say, yep, Bork won that first map. And while we're here on the map view, I'm going to exit out, start getting our next one. Yeah, I like Walter for the water elemental. Bacon, so I've used that for a while now. All right, we are going to load up game 2, but while it is doing that for us, let's see, I won't be here. I need to go to game 2. Oh. All right, technical difficulties of the broadcaster, one moment. All right. Downloads, match files, game 2. Let's see if, okay, it's loading this time. While it's loading, I know what map it is, so we're going to add that right here. Boom, it's Infernal Shrines. I don't know who picked it. While it is loading, it's going to load pretty fast thanks to my new hard drive installed by my friend Steven. But I am going to grab some water. You're going to hear the intro sounds from the game, but I'm going to pause it in just a moment when I get back with the water. Now, where I live, the water is particularly hard and not all that good for you. However, I have a good friend named Rod who set me up with a fantastic filtration system, so now I have better than bottled water quality from every tap in the house. Alright, we're going to pause for a second. That's one of the beauties of replay casts, is being able to pause. But boom, here we are. In that paused mode, you can see we have Silver Spy on the Stukov, Matlock on the Varian, Yatre on the Hogger, Smoke on the Chromie, and down here Bacon on the Lunara. For our red side of the 9 Avatarra, we have Genghis Khan on the Garrosh, a personal favorite of mine. Maharba is on the Tassadar, Ska is on the Anduin, Fat Andy reprising his role, or their role, as the Vala, and Peanut Butter as Malthael. So a little switcheroo there happening. The water's great. Thanks, Rod. All right. So clean rotations, protecting the middle area here by the 9 Avatarra. Lunara's Wisp just causing some havoc there. I know one of my friends plays the Wisp, and it is Willow. Another one of my friends, their Wisp is Janet. But 9 Avatarra being very aggressive on the rotations. Bork Side of the Moon really just using kind of a 1-3-1 so far. They're waiting for that kill combo, I assume, of the Varian Stukov to come online. Level 4 really helps. They're not level 4 yet, right? Ooh, Genghis Khan coming in, gets the trap. Oh, the low blow with the... Oh man, oh man. I would have liked to have seen Varian stay on that point and Stukov be able to get a big silence, but I can understand why sometimes you just back out. I'm not always very good about that. I got my team killed yesterday on a camp invade on this very map. What do you do? 9 Avatarra using that time to go take the bottom camp uncontested, while the side of Bork Side of the Moon is cleaning up those 2 camps that came their way. Hogger, you can see excellent use of the loot pile to be able to just quickly grab that. And I'm realizing now I've not shown any talents this game. So we have Super Shock Ray of Lightning, Tassadar, and we have my personal favorite of the level 1s for Garrosh being the Wrecking Ball talent. Ooh, big taunt. Ooh, great pull. Now Varian is in trouble. That was some great movement in from Genghis Khan. Big pull from Ska, ruining that combo. And Chromie is in mid, harassing the Malthael. Hogger's got a camp now going up there. Malthael is Pale Horse, so he's able to zoom pretty quick. Ooh, and the Chromie gets caught. That was a clean shock ray. They knew where that target was going to be, and bam, Harba just shocked right through. The Lunara level 4 looks like we're going into a Flame Strike Lunara build with that Blossom Swell improving Noxious Blossom. Sorry, getting a little tongue-tied there. So, our blue side of Bork Side of the Moon had their camps pretty early. They are on the objective here, but they are choosing to get out. Hogger does not quite have his E back up there, but he is able to get out. One thing that's really neat about the other overlay that I use, another pull, Silver Spy's in trouble, the big Tasswall, is the other overlay actually shows the basic ability cooldowns here at the top. Varian's got to be careful. Genghis Khan is mounted on that horse. Big Unstoppable on the Lunara. Genghis Khan is taking a lot of damage. The root does hit, so both Garrosh and Lunara do fall in that engagement. And the side of 9 Avatarra has had Malthael picking up the shrine minions this entire time, so they do have quite a bit of a lead here. Yatre retreated to other lanes to be able to close that experience gap. I think that's a good call in this case. You can see 9 Avatarra has a bit of a lead as far as hero kills, but Bork Side of the Moon has a lead as far as minions. Oh, Varian's got to be very careful here. Okay, they get out. Lunara coming back in. Hogger going for the solo camp steal. Malthael is zooming his way, so we'll see if this works out. I think it's... Ooh, Malthael stopped for the wave. He stopped for the wave. Is Hogger going to get it? I think you're going to get it, Yatre. Oh, man. Malthael came in just too late. Hogger gets away. All right, we'll come back up here to the main auction, but sometimes the offlaners just don't get to see as much. Matlock taking a lot of damage as John Cena is just punching him repeatedly on top of the head like little buddy Foo-Foo to all those field mice. Ooh, is there a bush gank happening? I'm seeing the red pings. I'm seeing the red pings. It might be Varian. Oh, big silence. I think Varian gets out. Yes, he does. Oh, Malthael is tired of this shenaniganry from the Hogger. Ooh, big stun. Big stun. Super close. Who's going to win? Oh, man. That one really could have gone either way. I think Yatre got some great hits. Ooh, big. And the Garrosh gets very low. The Hogger gets very low. Garrosh still super low. Matlock chasing. Bacon chasing. And Varian's in trouble now. Wow. Genghis Khan. So close. No rock. This is my first replay cast. Ooh, big sand blast. Well, I suppose that one's not called sand blast. Big dragon's breaths. And I missed this, but guess what? In a replay cast, I can go back, and it's usually a lot faster than this. All right, so we already knew Varian was dead. We watched the big sand blast, or dragon's breaths go. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. We come up here, and the last rites. Sorry, Hogger. That's a tough one. Now, one thing that I would love to have seen here, flipping the script a little bit, Malthael's great against Hogger. Malthael sucks against Lunara. Like, you already have the Chromie down here to make Garrosh's life miserable. Just let Lunara wreck the Malthael and have the Hogger taking camps or whatnot. So another successful invade on the camp. Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't really review ults. I mean, yeah, you can see them up at the top, but here we go. We got the Horda pull from Hogger. We got the Temporal Loop from Chromie. We got Taunt, of course, from the Varian. We got Thornwood Vine to go with that Flame Strike build out of Lunara. We have Warlord's Challenge. We have the Black Hole. We have Last Rites, which of course we already saw. We also have Light Bomb and Rain of Vengeance. Shocker. Vala took Rain of Vengeance after taking Rain of Vengeance last game and using Rain of Vengeance in team fights last game. Oh, Vala, you're really far forward. Now Luna's really far forward. Big Warlord's Challenge. Lunara does go down. So maybe Fat Andy was the bait, and maybe Garrosh is just a protective teammate. Alright, Hogger finishes his camp. The side of 9 Avatarra is going in on their camp. Here on the bottom, Malthael already got this. Zooming around. Little things, but I like that the Blizzard team added these streaks behind Malthael showing he's faster. Yeah, they do that on all the heroes, but if you have a movement speed buff going and you're above normal run speed, you get the little lines going behind you. I like those little touches. Oh, taunt on the Garrosh, big silence. He's taking a lot of damage. Oh, but Lunara drops from the combo of the assassins, and Garrosh survives again. Chromie does have Temporal Loop. She's up. Anduin can counter it. Dang it, this makes me wish I had the Anduin cooldowns, because I don't know if he has Leap of Faith right now. And here comes Garrosh on his trusty pleb horse. Oh, another taunt. Oh, the super shove. I mean, it's called massive shove, but... Oh, and that one just turned into a bloodbath. Alright, so at this point, the side of Bork Side of the Moon is going to run away and not contest. It is a frozen Punisher, and half of their range damage is currently down. This is going to be a big opportunity for the 9 Avatarra to break this map open a little bit. This fort is gone. There's really nothing that Bork Side of the Moon can do. They could have Lunara dumping on it a little bit with Thornwood Vine, but where Lunara and Stukov do not come with a cleanse, it is somewhat difficult to have that happen and not take any damage, as we just saw. So the keep and the wall are both frozen. You've got Garrosh looking for the taunt, massive shove, away goes the Garrosh. Another round of Frost Novas to freeze there. Hogger dancing between lanes. It's tough for Hogger to just sit and duel with Malthael, but this is a window of opportunity. We do have the 16s are not yet here for the side of the 9 Avatarra, but Bork Side of the Moon trying to figure out where's the best way to go forward here, and it looks like they're just being cautious, which is okay, but it was an opportunity to potentially force a team fight if they could get in. Matlock checking bushes, wisely so. And 16 power spike now ready for the side of the 9 Avatarra. We do see Mortal Combo. Oh no, sorry, I am reading this backwards. We see Seasoned Soldier, which is a personal favorite of mine. I imagine we're still going to see Titanic Strength at 20, but I'm not sure. But we will not have Mortal Combo with it. Alright, 9 Avatarra, they are setting up for this bottom keep wall. Thornwood Vine going out, waiting to see Chromie send out some of her sand magic. And one cannon tower and one wall are down. Vala was within charge range, but it's a tough one. Oh, the protected for Varian. Virulent reaction there on the Stukov. Is that what I'm seeing? Yes, it is. So we saw the root on the Garrosh, but everybody gets away. The side of Bork has to be very careful here with the talent disparity going. Anduin does have 2 charges of Leap of Faith. Well, Scott, if you could ping that throughout the map, that would be great, since, you know, I I do not have the overlay showing the talents here. All right, Malthael just tearing away there. Bork doesn't know that this is a 5v4 potentially on their side, so they're playing it safe. The camp's just not worth that much. I gotta learn that because I gotta stop making bad invades. So painting the map red a little bit for the side of the 9 Avatarra. They are now setting their sights on this top fort, and frankly, it's theirs. It's already low. They're ahead by 3 levels and the talent tier. One cannon tower down on this keep wall. The second one is not long for this world, and here it goes down. And double camp here, pushing here in the top lane. Yatre looking for that flank. 16's now secured for the side of Bork Side of the moon. Oh, taunt for Garrosh under the keep wall. He is getting looped back. So both poles went out. The Malthael does get the Lunara, and wow, that massive shove. Look at the distance there. For reference, he was here at the keep. He is now up at the shrine. I don't know what kind of billiards Silver Spy has been playing, but his angle was spot on there for just the massive shove. I don't know if massivist is a word that would mean the most massive, but it was a massivist shove. Alright, so a lot of shrine control already on the side of the 9 Avatarra. Bork Side of the moon looking for other value on the map, clearing out that mid lane so they don't have dual pressure, picking up that bottom left camp to also help in that mid lane. Oh, and we're on an ad break. Alright, we got 1 minute on the ad break. I can just pause, so take that, Twitch. People are going to be able to watch this, and people who are watching it on replay, where it's the forced ad break for all of this, you get an extra minute of me talking, I suppose. So hopefully that's worthwhile in your world, but we are 40 seconds away from having this go. While we're waiting, we'll talk about some talents. More Shockray stuff out of Tassadar. I really think the 16 Shockray talent Thermal Lance is very powerful with the 8% on the first hero it hits. In this scenario where they've been just going off of that one shot on the tosses, I can see why. The double pull from Anduin, I get it. You want to have it up to thwart as many of those taunt engages, particularly going against the virulent reaction from Stukov. Soul Collector, I like this one. I don't play a lot of Malthael, but it's the one I take. We are coming off a pause here, so here we go. My community is back, it says. Thank you for letting me know. Anduin has Leap of Faith in 8 seconds. Scott, it's like you heard me from the future, and you're pinging that for me too. Ooh, leap out onto the Varian, toss onto the Chromie. She does have the extended time sleep, but it's too much. Malthael goes down. I didn't realize it was Malthael in the taunt, but oh, Varian getting tossed. The Garrosh is so low. Okay, Garrosh does go down. This is going to be a difficult defense with just 2 people, and the amount of damage that Bala can push up. It's going to be a really difficult defense with 1 person. 50%. John Cena's still going. So game 2 going in the side of the 9 Avatarra, and Malthael returns just to try to clean up mid lane. Alright, we're going to come back to our summary. Red team wins. Yes, that is true. The chat will fall off here in just a moment, but I'm going to go to my controller and say, here we go. 9 Avatarra won game number 2. Oh, I just noticed. My logos are not showing on this screen. I don't know what I did. Boop. Boop. Bam. My logos are showing on this screen. I fixed what I did. Y'all got to see behind the curtain for a very brief moment. All right, so there is a game 3 that happens from time to time here in Nexus Gaming Series. So we are going to close this out. Our controller is set up. Oh, that's true. I can see what game 3 is while everyone's seeing here. A relatively low damage game, but man, Tassadar hitting like a truck with those thermal lance talents. So very low deaths on the side of the 9 Avatarra. They were definitely executing their hit squad quite a bit. Oh, I don't know what map it is yet. I guess we'll see that as it's loading. But lots of pressure created by that Tassadar, both in siege and hero pressure. But well done, both teams. But this one does go to the side of the 9 Avatarra. Throwing up talents for you one more time. Kugel Blitz. We don't see Kugel Blitz all the time. It used to be that Kugel Blitz was very different. And they reworked it to have the armor reduction, which is big. I mean, it just means that Tassadar can, if he gets a black hole with Kugel Blitz and Thermal Lance along that line, it's just buckets of damage. So, but nothing too crazy for me that I'm seeing here. Auto attack range here. That's cool. I used to take that talent all the time. I'm a big more roots one now. So, all right, we're going to come here and quit the replay. We're going to come to our best of 5 screen. Boom. I don't know why this screen doesn't show who won. I just have problems. That's the short version, I guess, is I have problems. One of these days I'll get my layouts working right. All right. Game 3 is a-coming. And I'm about to know what it is. It's Towers of Doom. But what if it was Haunted Mines? That would be pretty cool. All right, Towers of Doom. It's Towers of Doom. So here we are in our final conclusion. This one is worth 2 points, my friends. Whoever wins it gets 2 points on the standings. All right, we loaded rather quickly. So boom, here we are. Ooh, man, look at these spicy drafts. Cutie Puppy, bringing in Anduin. Thank you for pinging your Leap of Faith cooldown early. Cutie Puppy on the Sergeant Hammer. Matlock on the Muradin. Yatre on the Blaze. Smoke reprising Chromie. And you can't jump out yet, but Silver Spy on the Rhaegar. Here for the side of 9 Avatarra. Sorry, your blue side was Bork Side of the Moon. I didn't say that. The red side, 9 Avatarra. Shebar on the Lunara. Maharba on the Zul, Ska on the Anduin, Anubarak played by Genghis Khan, and Fat Andy playing the Li Ming. So we see a split where Li Ming is watching the bottom bush, trying to make sure Hammer can't cheese. Oh. Zul deciding he doesn't want to stay in Hammer's range, run into this top lane quick. Oh man, this globe, is someone gonna make it? Nope, it turned into a wee globe. Alright, level 1 Talons, Vision for Chromie, Totems for Rhaegar, Carapace Shields for the Anubarak, the big Backlash for the Zul. Oh, a stun comes in. I don't know that a lot's going to come out of that just yet. Revealing from the auto attacks for Lunara. Power Hungry, I believe that's the name of it. Yes, it is, for the Lunara. And Even-Handed Blessings, once again, for the Anduin. We also see the Adrenaline Stim Pack for Blaze. The Advanced Artillery is the name of it for Hammer. And once again, the Dwarf Block, which I hate the name of this talent. I think it's a great talent. I think Matlock's very smart to pick it. I just think the name of it is boring. You couldn't have come up with anything better than dwarf block. So, but you know, sometimes it do be like that. Even though I said that backwards. And time traps for speed on the level 2 for Chrome. Alright, level 4's online. Curse Strikes build getting built by the Zool. More Carapace from the Anubarak, and blue side looking a little low here in this engagement, and all 3 of their sappers managed to connect, so well done for the side of red. I have to be careful when I'm replay casting, because sometimes when I'm coaching, I will speed up the replay, and I don't need to do that in a replay broadcast, but sometimes my habits take over, and that's not what I mean to do. Alright, Bronze Talons here. So big artillery team for the side of Bork Side of the Moon. Oh, though we see the Noxious Blossom build getting built for Lunara here, so it's artillery from the side of 9 Avatarra as well, not just Bork Side of the Moon. Cutie Puppy staying in tank mode rather than siege mode to improve the mobility, though, oh, that's true, I suppose, I believe it's 7 where she can get the movement. Oh, Anubarak was mighty low there. Alright. Blaze looks like he was coming in, thinks better of it. Zool's just trying to get that experience lead. How is our experience doing? Rather even, I would say. 400 points between the 2 teams. But that's going to get wider, because right now that Zool is getting more soaked up. Oh, Cutie Puppy super low. The Lunara dies from the big flank from the Blaze. So Cutie Puppy just needs to stay safe. So this one's likely now to be channeled by the side of Bork. We can see Smoke is almost finishing that. Oh, had to be careful. The Anubarak shows his big beetled 3-story tall body. They don't talk about that all the time, but Anubarak in the lore is like 3 stories tall. That beetle would be super scary. Oh man, big dive, big dive. Matlock able to peel well, and it now looks like Bork is having to back up, and sure enough, 9 Avatarra finishing the channel. But during that, we see that Blaze got an experience lead over the Zool, and now the side of Bork Side of the Moon is ahead. Oh, Chromie did take Slowing Sands this time. After seeing all them Anduin pulls, knowing Anduin's likely to go double pull again. Not going for Temporal Loop, but the Slowing Sands just make it difficult whether you're coming in or going. Super super even as we approach level 9 for both teams. Sorry, it is getting pretty late here. So if my speaking quality goes down, I apologize. Oh, and the sappers just get defeated, but Matlock is able to get that stun for second blood over for the side of Bork Side of the Moon. The hammer just whittling away. We do see the hover siege mode was that level 7 talent picked up. We see Napalm Strike for the hammer. We see Avatar for Muradin. We see Bunker Drop for Blaze and Ancestral Healing for Rhaegar. Level 10's just coming online for the side of 9 Avatarra. We see Poison Nova. We see Cocoon. We see Thornwood Vine. We see Light Bomb and Disintegrate Laser. Ooh, good dodge there by Cutie Puppy. And Zool's here looking for a flank. Silver Spy notices. And the one person that Rhaegar can't cleanse is Rhaegar. but the big Ancestral does not save Chromie, just being a rather low hitbox, that one. I mean, and there was a huge Poison Nova cloud in her face. Bunker is there. Bunker will cleanse the poison from Poison Nova and Lunara. Ooh, if that had connected, I mean, it was a great body block, but if it had connected and the damage and such, Anduin might not be with us. Anub'arak comes in trying to peel. Instead, he's dead. Oh, that 12% explosion, Matlock not seeing it, and takes just a chunk of damage. Muradin trying to retreat, get that second wind value. I've noticed a couple of times I've had people refer to it as third wind lately. Third wind is a talent. The trait is called second. Oh, Muradin jumps in to ignore the channel. To stop the channel, interrupt the channel is perhaps what I was looking for. But he was on an island for a second. Oh, Chromie gets the stray root. The Li Ming orb was flying at the Chromie. Oh, Chromie's in trouble, getting that stun coming out from the Anub'arak. Thankfully, it was just a little stun from Chromie. Muradin getting cocooned. Blaze is not here, but both sides have a lot of people low. Taps come out for the side of Bork Side of the Moon. We see a couple taps coming out now for 9 Avatarra. Zool now leaving to maintain the lanes, and Blaze coming in for the flank. Big slow, big stun. Unfortunately, Blaze's team just a little too far out, but they did get the channel. Bunker drop was used to keep Blaze very safe, and he is very safe. That's a good immediate housing project that Blaze can bring to the world. Unfortunately, it's temporary, and it's now gone. Alright, so Zool back up here trying to catch up on experience. We do see the shots are extremely even between these two teams. The siege on the bottom lane slightly favoring the side of Bork Side of the Moon. And top lane looks like it's favoring 9 Avatarra, and mid lane seems to be favoring Bork. So, oh, Blaze coming in for the flank. Blaze coming in for the flank. The time trap didn't hit. Zool, not Blaze, Zool. We do see the root now. We see the light bomb. We saw the initial interrupt on the Poison Nova. Blaze is now here as well. He is giving chase. Connection stun on the Lunara. Muradin, however, went for the Ming. We see the cocoon. We see the Poison Nova. We see the burrow charge. We see the root coming in. Huge jet propulsion. Zool goes down. Before Blaze is able to be counter-killed, he drops another bunker drop. Apparently it's been 70 seconds. Who knew? And a lot of retreats on the side of the 9 Avatarra here. Both Anub'arak and Lunara are able to get out. And here we are wailing away on this bottom fort. Cutie Puppy, not Cutie Pie. The range and the siege from Hammer. Not that the siege is terrible for Chromie by any stretch. So bringing up talents here, nothing really shocking, particularly where the build started. We see more Hardened Carapace build. We see more Curse Strikes. We see more Noxious Blossom, including the big slow from Let Them Wither. We see Glass Cannon for Ming. Though I think Ming has been exceptionally safe this game. Let's see. I'm looking for this one. Ming has not died, so by all means, go Glass Cannon in that scenario. Now, Silver Spy is playing what I would say is my standard for Rhaegar. I know a lot of people like Wellspring. I don't know, I like empowering my basic heal rather than making my totem heal. Oh, Matlock basically Goomba stomping Genghis Khan there, and the damage coming in from smoke to finish off the Anub'arak. So right now the position for Bork Side of the Moon is fantastic. It's certainly a game full of comeback mechanics. Take that, IGN. 6.5 forever. We have comeback mechanics, and this is a big map to prove it. But great positioning for Bork Side of the Moon here. We see Hammer just shelling away. We see 2, 3 of the Pumpkin Sappers making it in, giving Bork Side of the Moon an 8-point lead on core health. Towers of Doom, for anybody who might be new, does have protected cores. You cannot win in the traditional way. You have to win through getting the channels. Oh, big Poison Nova. Chromie is able to get all the heals, but Blaze not so lucky. And the minions of Zool were absorbing the shots there. Silver Spy does get the Li Ming. I guess I spoke too soon about being glass cannon, no deaths, but does Silver Spy make it out? Oh, I think a minion might have shot him in the butt as he was going. So, healer advantage for the side of 9 Avatarra here. Bork Side of the Moon being relatively safe, and Napalm Strike to interrupt there. Oh, the spider mines. So Smoke and Cutie Puppy getting the delays. 9 Avatarra are deciding to leave. I don't know if the call is now to siege down bottom keep and try to get that back, but giving up 5 shots there has to be painful. So a 10-point lead now for the side of Bork Side of the Moon. 9 Avatarra are getting this bottom keep back. Bork Side of the Moon's just not going to make it there, frankly. Between Beetles absorbing shots and just the natural health of the team, 9 Avatarra had no problem taking that one back. Bork Side of the Moon does get their camp. 18 seconds here on the opposite siege camp.
Heroes, I have opened a tunnel near our core that leads to the battleground center.
Oh, Zool starting to come in for a flank. Sorry for the yawn. You are important to me.
I've opened my tunnel as well.
Don't know that these sappers are going to make it forward. There's just too much artillery damage able to whittle them down from Li Ming and Lunara. Yep, there is one more. Now there's no more. Oh man. You know, it would be kind of cool if Barricade, that talent that Hammer can take, if that was able to absorb shots like the Ming Orb or like Chromie Sandblast or something. That could be kind of cool thematically. Oh, big cleanse from the Rhaegar on the Hammer. Oh man, people are running. Rhaegar's in trouble. Rhaegar doesn't have any friends there, only enemies. Oh, great stun by Genghis Khan. Silver Spy, it really looked like you were close to getting out. But numbers don't lie, and the 5v4 won the fight. Super close on experience. Blaze is running to his. Zool looks like he's just running to theirs. Oh, good stun, Matlock. Oh, big orb. Fat Andy onto the Hammer. Hammer's in trouble. Smoke's in trouble. Or Hammer's in trouble. Hammer's dead. She's not in trouble. That's past. Muradin was in trouble, but he gets away. So what was a 10-point lead is now down to 6. But this is still anybody's game. As we approach level 20, 9 Avatarra are slightly ahead. But you gotta balance here. You don't want Muradin to get in too far, because then he just gets stunned like that. And that's a lot of damage. Oh, it's a lot of damage. But you also don't want your keep to take all that damage. But 9 Avatar are doing a good job of using cooldowns and varying attack positions to be able to get more and more damage in there. Now, level 20 is super close here. Chromie did already take hers, which is the Unraveling, which can reduce spell armor like crazy for people. Oh, I didn't realize this, but Slowing Sands also persists in that case for 5 seconds after you cancel it. That seems brutal. Oh, the cooldown is 5 seconds, so you cannot have 2 Slowing Sands at the same time. Oh, alright. Caster was looking at talents, not watching the map very well. Sorry, Blaze, but we're going to watch you die in HD perfection. Actually, I don't think I'm broadcasting in HD, but you get what I mean. Oh, the jet propulsion in. The bunker drop. The Nubarak didn't even have rewind at that point. He hadn't selected it yet. So that was some good play by Genghis Khan, capitalizing on the aggressiveness of Yatre on the Blaze. So level 20s, double altar phase. Blaze is going to be dead for about 20 seconds after these altars have started. Oh, that was so narrow. Oh, this is looking very scary for Bork Side of the Moon. Down 2 players. Your healer just got super stunned by rewind. Your tank too. Oh, this is scary. So if they channel now, this is 10 shots plus potentially the boss. If they wait, they could potentially even 6 cap. It looks like they are just going for the channel on bottom. Lunara going in to keep the Chromie away. Zool is trying to siege in. Anduin's now channeling on the mid. Ming Ming seems to have backed for either health or mana. And Zool is taking quite a bit of tower shots, but he does have that shield that he used early. He is healing on the Poison Nova called Andariel's Visage. Oh, well, I like the stun, but now he's rooted, now he's stunned. Yatre, I'm sorry, my friend. You got blasted. So the 6 cap is feeling slightly inevitable here. They are protecting bottom when I don't know that they need to protect us 5. The engage tools for Bork Side of the Moon are rather limited without having loot, and so they don't want to take the fight. Oh, this is a lot of siege here. I mean, it's going to be stopped, but I would have liked to see the 9 Avatarra run for top fort and maybe send Lunara down here. Or if you like the siege of Lunara, send Ming down there.
Has destroyed a fort.
Ooh, slowing disintegrate. I didn't actually know the name of that one. It's Temporal Flux. So double altar phase coming up. Hammer was able to shell down mid fort, so a little bit more parity between the teams, but if 9 Avatarra can cap both of these and get some of these sappers in, there's 6 of these sappers, that would be game. Smoke taking a lot of damage. There went the double ancestral. 1 sapper I thought went in. Nope, must not have. It was close, but we trade up top, so we have 5 shots go over for the side of the 9 Avatarra, bringing Bork down to just 6. 3 shots go over for the side of Bork, bringing the 9 Avatarra to just 12. Ooh, good jet propulsion out. I think that the bunker was probably a little bit of over safety, but I get it. Dying at level 21 is bad, so you want to be safe. Alright, so they trade the bottom fort back to Bork Side of the Moon. This game's not over yet, my friends. It's narrow, but it's not over. Lots of posturing, lots of running back and forth, dancing, do-si-do. Double altar phase. Neither team has to have both altars, but both teams want both altars. Ooh, Thunderstrike. Murden going for the big smacks. also gives Muradin more armor for one, or the same armor. Oh, that's really big for the side of the 9 Avatarra. They were able to channel and get out the ult from Rhaegar. Oh, fantastic kill there. That was huge from Yatre. Poison Nova's out. Matlock now goes down. So, oh, and he hit the poisons. Ming combo from Fat Andy. So, both sides got one altar. I frankly missed when Bork caught their altar, but as soon as they got it, I would like to have seen them boogie and get out of dodge. They lost both their front line. There's just not enough way to fight right now. If Rhaegar's your front line, he'll die. If Hammer's your front line, she'll die. Now, if you can get the boss to hit your opponents, that's not so bad. Oh, this is super close. They gotta get in there now. They need it. They killed one. There's another kill, but for the other team, oh, the Anubarak gets here. That is our series, folks, and it goes over to the 9 Avatarra in another extremely close game, and our ad break just started. All right, here are your talents. I didn't really see any huge surprises here. I think that the players are certainly masters of their class and their heroes, and have built stuff in ways that works well for them. We can definitely see how it paid off for both teams. Well played by both teams. I will go to my controller here and mark that the 9 Avatarra have won the series. I also am getting ready to crash and go to bed because it is very late. Um, I probably shouldn't have started a replay cast this late, but I did, and here we are. And now I'm going to finish and go to bed. So here's our marks. Tons of hammer damage, tons of Ming damage, tons of siege out of our offlaners. Everyone was playing great. Great work to both teams. Thanks so much to being here. It is the 9 Avatarra who are our winners for today. We're going to come here to our final map view. You can see where we played. It doesn't all work for me showing who won where, but we went Bork Side of the Moon, 9 Avatarra, 9 Avatarra. So great job, both teams. Thanks for being here. My name is Valcomer. This has been a production for Nexus Gaming Series. If you want to know more, check out nexusgamingseries.org. And you can find ways to join the Discord, sign up for the league. We are currently in a season, so you can't really jump in on this season, but maybe you can find a team that you can sub for, or you can build the team and start scrimming some of the teams and potentially make it for season 18, which would be in the fall. There are several events that go on. We just had Cupid's Coliseum, which was a one-day, one-off event last week, and there will likely be something coming up in April that's another one-day event. But lots of comings and goings, lots of great people to meet. So again, check it out, nexusgamingseries.org. Again, this is Valcomer with my traditional shout-out. I'm going to say, hi, Mom. Have a good night, everybody.